We can.
Good. Someone says they can hear me. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to speak to you, all of you this morning. So I'm just going to be share my screen to seconds. Awesome. So thank you all. My name is Nyagol. I am an engineer by profession, electrical engineer by profession, and a software engineer by passion and practice. That's what I'd like to say, because I'm really passionate about software engineering, as well as I'm a trained electrical engineer from Moi University. I finished my school in 2016 when I graduated from Moi University, and I was it really feels good to come back here and just converse with you young people, including all the guests in the room, and really want to appreciate you attending this this meeting or this training. And it's really a good thing that we are getting involved as industry partners. And I like the conversation that we are trying to push here, that is industry and academia partnerships, which I think is really important, and I'm going to expound on why I think it's important in the next couple of minutes. So I currently work at Davis & Shutcliffe as an engineer, but my role revolves around product development. In the past 5 years, I've been involved in developing a state-of-the-art Internet of Things platform that has been enabling our clients here at Davis & Shutcliffe to monitor and control the equipments remotely. And it's been really an amazing project that I've been working on with a couple of other engineers from Davis & Shutcliffe, and it's really been amazing. Over the years, we've been capable of allowing over 500 customers across East and Central Africa to automate their systems and monitor and even control them remotely from wherever they are in the world. So I recently took up a new role at Davis & Shutcliffe that is seeing us develop solar water pumping solutions that have a new, an easier way or a flexible payment mechanism that we are implementing, which is called pay-as-you-go water services. And I act as the lead project manager for the project. I work with different project managers across the world, at UK and China, where we're building our MVPs and prototypes, and also in Kenya, who are dealing, all who are working towards the accomplishment of this big project. We started off our pilot in November last year. That's when we started making our first sales, but the project started 1.5 years ago, and it's really been amazing. I've learned a lot, and it's really giving a lot of practical knowledge to starting something within a bigger organization. And it's a really amazing experience. So I also run a company called Brainverse Technologies, which is a software engineering firm that I started when I was in Moi in my second year. That was bought in 2013. And I am proud to say that what we are doing at Brainverse started just in Moi University. In fact, one of the first employees of Brainverse Technologies were my own classmates we were working with, and our first office was somewhere in D houses in one of the FQs where we used to settle and try and do stuff. So I really appreciate the journey that Brainverse has taken in where we are right now. So Brainverse has been there for about 7.5 years now, and we've been in the business for quite a while. We've established a footprint, we have gotten some experience, and we are expanding this experience to sort of help other small and medium enterprises to take advantage of the digital platforms, digital media, to be able to better their customer experience, to get more access to clients, to be able to become more efficient and make their internal operations seamless and really efficient, to so that they can focus more time on on building the actual business they should be doing. So and this is something that is powering our the establishment of a Brainverse consulting arm that is growing slowly, growing steadily, to be able to offer these kind of services to people. And one of the things that is really integrated in our story is growth, and that's why our mantra is we want to grow with our clients. We want to grow with the community. We want to grow with our own people that work in our company. And that is why our mantra is each time you grow, our vision gets bigger, be it your clients, be it our clients, be it our partners, be it the community, because we believe in growth. And in our experience, it has taken growth to get us where we are. And that's why growth is part and parcel of our story and is one of our greatest core values that we have. So let me just confirm that I can still be heard properly. Just okay. Right. I do hope that you can hear me well. Yep. 1 second. I don't have my phone with me. 1 second. Thank you for confirming that. So I'll just proceed. I wanted to confirm that you can hear me and see me clearly. So I'll just get back to the topic that we want to discuss today. And it's about why do we need industry and academia partnerships? And as I'm going to talk about this, like I mentioned, Brainverse Technologies started right within Moore University. In fact, when we were doing our internal attachments, when I obviously was broke as any student would be broke, and I decided to see if I could make use of my skills to get some money in my pocket. And that is how the story started. I got my first job in Mombasa. I went to Mombasa. I hope none of my teachers is seeing this or listening to this. I had to leave campus to Mombasa to go and do a job for 1.5 weeks. And on my way back to Eldoret through Nairobi, I registered my business then. And I must say that was a life-changing moment. And that is how I started building onto this. So you're going to talk about why do we need industry and academia partnerships? How can we achieve it? And when should it happen? And I'm just going to give my opinion on my investigative thoughts on some real life issues that industry and academia partnerships can address. So we'll start with why do we need these kind of partnerships? And the first thing that I would say is we need this kind of partnerships in order to reduce or completely remove youth unemployment. I have asked myself this question so many times. If each of the projects we do in campus, each of the research work that we do in campus would come out as a valuable business entity, would we still have youth unemployment? If every project you do in 5th year would come out as a business that you're actually working on, that would employ 2 or 3 people, would we still have youth unemployment? Probably not. And if we were collaborative enough to have cross-faculty collaborations, not just within our faculty, or have a project being done by someone from HR, someone from the School of Information Science, and someone from the School of Engineering, if we promoted such cross-faculty collaborations, would we be able to gain more skills to be able to run an organization that we can start off with when we get out of campus? Every product you have on your hands right now, a mobile phone, the internet, every single thing that you have in form of a product didn't just pass through an engineer. It passed through a salesperson to sell it. It passed through a QA testing team to test it. It passed through an engineering technician to assemble it. It passed through an engineering designer to design the solution. And it actually passed through an idealist entrepreneur to have an idea of a product to build. All these people are served by an HR department that looks after their welfare. All of them. So if each of our projects looked at these as an entity in business, and we got them out as business entities that could employ people, would we still have youth unemployment? If all our projects were geared towards solving real-world problems that are there in our society that can be alleviated there and then, would we still have youth unemployment? And this is why I think this kind of partnership between industry and academia can bridge this gap and ensure that there's support that can help to make these questions I'm asking a reality. Anticipation of trends. I'll talk about Brainverse Bravo in the coming in a few minutes, but anticipating trends. I'll just say about 3.5 years ago, Brainverse Technologies is a 100% remote work company. We've been working remotely ever since, the first time it started. We've never had a physical office at all in Nairobi or anywhere else. And all our staff, the 14 of them, work remotely from wherever they are. We have a staff in Kisumu, in Kakamega. We have staff in Nairobi as well. We have staff in Nyanza, in Homa Bay, and in Migori. So all this, of course, we have staff in Meru and Embu, where Amos Bin Sera comes from. And all these teams are working collaboratively together to deliver our promise and our vision. And this happened not just after COVID, but even way before COVID. And it was really a hard thing to sell to faculty of different schools who wanted their students to be attached in our company, that they could actually do this remotely. Imagine before COVID trying to convince someone that you can actually do your attachment virtually and be assessed virtually and actually do real work virtually. It was a hard sell. But look at it this way. If the academia had realized that this is where the world was going to and tried to adopt this, would we have people in school missing attachment positions? Would we have someone not being able to get an attachment because he cannot travel and move to Nairobi to get his attachment? Would there be such problems? Maybe not. COVID-19 has taught us lessons that are very primary and has made us know that trends are moving. In fact, remote work didn't just start after COVID. It started way back with companies like Microsoft and Google, because they already anticipated these kind of changes in how in work environments. And it's because of their closeness, by closely interacting with academia and also the industry trends and changes that enable them to adopt this early, these methods early in the years of the organizations. So just as it was difficult to explain to faculty that they can allow a student to have a remote attachment, and the most recurring question I used to get was, will they have a social aspect to life? I mean, ask anyone from Brainverse today. We have meetings every day, and we talk to each other. We have a monthly baraza that where we talk our issues and we try to understand how we can do better in the following month. We try as much as possible to inculcate a socialism kind of communication within the organization. And so we are intentionally building those social communication skills in all our staff. But now we are forced to make this happen. We are forced to allow our students to have remote attachments. And most of them are not prepared for it, because the kind of work ethic required to do work remotely is top-notch. It's not in an office where your boss always is looking at you from across the window pane and knows exactly what you're doing and sees you doing what you're doing. No, it's not. You are working on your own, you're in your bedroom, you're in sitting room or whatever, working from a tree, anything, as long as the work is done. So that kind of gap would be fixed by proper industry and academia partnership. Work experience. You very well know that nowadays the industry and employers are asking for work experience. Even if you just left campus, they just want to see, what have you done that they can make use of? Is there anything, apart from them training you to be who they want you to be, but is there anything you're bringing on the table? But as a student who's just graduated or is about to graduate, you don't have anything to show. how can we enable this? Maybe we need to allow the industry to voice their expectations and even allow them and give them the opportunity within the institutions to catalyze and adopt mechanisms for action to enable our students get work experience even before they leave campus. Now, just about when I was in Moi, in my first year, beginning of third year, I launched a social networking platform called Vibe Campo. Most of you now might not know about it, but if you Google Vibe Campo and put my name on the side, you'll find out a news article or many news articles that were written way before in 2014, 2015 about Vibe Campo and how, what we were trying to do then. You could also go on YouTube and find out, just search on YouTube Vibe Campo, and you'll find a video about Vibe Campo. And these all happened in Moi. A second-year student, a third-year student already building an organization. Vibe Campo was incorporated as a limited company in 2015. So by the 2015, I was already a sole director in a private limited company. A good preparation for the future. I mean, honestly, I had no idea what I was doing then. I was just trying things out, but it turns out that was the right thing to do then. I built Vibe Campo. Actually, at some point, forgot about Brainverse and used all the small monies I got on Brainverse to market Vibe Campo. We had up to 21 ambassadors across the country in different campuses that were working, employed by Vibe Campo. I used to actually send them money to help in marketing, as stipends, just to help them get through what they were doing for us. And in 2015, when I applied for my attachment in Davis and Shortleaf, that was the thing that caught my boss's eye then. I have an engineering degree that I'm pursuing currently, and I have built a platform with over 5,000 users in over 21 learning institutions, and already calling it an organization. I think it really felt good when I was being introduced to our technical director as the CEO of Vibe Campo. It was an amazing experience, and I believe that this is something that prepared me for the job market, and it gave me an opportunity to be seen as an asset in the organization that I work for. I also think the collaboration between academia and the industry can help young people fuel their ambition and passion for what they're doing. When you bring me into an office or into a workshop and you make me experience and get a real feel of the work environment of what I want my career to be like, if you show me how good I can get at what I want to be good at doing, if you get me well prepared for the work that I'm about to do, then I get the opportunity to have a strong ambition to drive my career to the next level. I can only explain the level of the benefit of preparedness with my story on how I came to Moi. So in when was it, 2011, before we just got into campus, I had some friends from our village who used to be at Moi. So I told them, can I come and just see how, how things happen at school, right? So I went to Moi 2 weeks before the admission date and stayed in Moi for the 2 weeks, like 1.5 weeks, and went back home. My friends were staying at, not stage, there's a sort of like a small estate, Numaya stage, somewhere, I can't remember the name, but, and they used to do everything. They used to make food, they used to live that life, and I just wanted to know how it feels like. So when I was coming to Moi, I already knew what I need. I knew I needed a coil to cook at a stage or wherever I'll be at. I knew I needed some plates. I knew I needed ugali, unga ya ugali. So I actually carried 10 kg of maize flour from home, first year. While someone else would come in looking for what, wondering how to do. And I think the life has become easier these days. I know there's no cooking in Moi anymore. the mess, people are eating in the school mess, and it's amazing. It's much easier for people to get in and come in and just gel in with the environment. But if I wasn't prepared, I would be as confused as any other first year who didn't know how to get things going in campus. So that is how preparedness can help to make the experience of your career really good and help you get to the next level. So how can we do this? And I see that the industry, this kind of collaboration would help to, by helping academia understand the industry problems that exist that can be solved by students, that can be solved by projects that can be done in school, and research work that can be geared towards solving evidential industry problems that industry face on a daily basis. Can industry have a log of the problems and issues they have so that they can be solved by research projects, and actual projects being done in campuses and schools and colleges? Will this help to actually get out of campus with real businesses that are solving problems that can be paid for? So programs like Brainverse Bravo that I want to talk about now is something that can be done to enable this collaboration work better. So Brainverse has been for a long time testing a product, a platform, like a program where we bring in students who are still in campus to work with our experienced system engineers, whether in mobile teams or software development team, or even our design teams or our business support teams. If you are still in campus, you come in and be part of our meetings when you can. You will be given some assignments here and there to just allow you to experience how it is to work in the environment, to give you a bit of how it looks like and how it feels to be what you want to be. And then when they go back, they already have something on their CV that shows I have experience. Number two, I know how the business runs. Number three, I know how the industry works. And when I'm studying and I'm doing my project, I'm already experiencing some issues and problems that I can solve. And this is something we are pursuing, and we are now building a proposal to work with organizations like Moi University and even any other institution that will be willing to, number one, encourage cross-faculty project collaboration, to encourage in-school apprenticeship programs in collaboration with us and our partners that will be getting into the program, to facilitate and set up projects for success by giving support, giving mentorship support, advancing even with some project requirement support by helping to purchase some things that you as a student might not be able to purchase, especially if you're doing a technical project, to have sort of like ways in which you can be built up for success as you do your project. And this is something that really we are hoping that will help to coalesce the industry and faculty, and academia really well to give us another opportunity at success and alleviate the problems that I mentioned. I've talked about apprenticeship programs, and one thing that I can just say is that when I came to Davis and Chatley for the first time, I was a 5-year engineering student or graduate, but I didn't know one simple thing that every electrical engineer should know: a contractor. It was shameful, I can assure you. But I can also tell you that it's normal and it happens every day. But that doesn't mean it's supposed to happen like that. No, it's not. If I had gotten a chance to get into industry earlier on, I would have been able to know any of these things and be able to even, be able to have better knowledge about them before I joined employment. Can industry provide launchpads for impactful academia projects and research work? If a student had an exemplary project that you think, or that the faculty thinks that this is something that can actually grow into a full-fledged product, can industry offer launchpads for this kind of projects? At the moment, I'm working with some PhD students from MIT University, MIT in Boston, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and they're working on a really innovative irrigation project that I think would be very innovative. And Division Shuttle is supporting the operations of this, including the fields, the farm fields that are being used to test this solution, the prototypes. I'm just wondering if we would be able to do such a thing for a campus student in Moy University. Thank you. I'm trying to summarize, but then I think we'll probably, I don't know, stop the meeting and start it again. I think that would work. So if industry could offer such launch pads for projects, then really it would make things better. Then when is the time? There is no better time like now. And I can say that any minute that we lose, we are increasing the youth unemployment index every single minute, beginning now and beginning all that time before that we haven't been able to use to make this work. And all of us have a part to play. As students, as faculty, learning institutions, and even industry players, we all have a part to play. And that's why Brainverse Technologies is trying to play a part in doing what we think can make this collaboration more effective, more beneficial, and can help us alleviate the problems we have in the industry and in our society. Obviously, this is not a complete list of what I think would work, but this is a way that I can show you and give you the interest to think through many other ways in which you can play your part and be part of the change that we need. That's all I had today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm not aware if there was any opportunity for Q&A, and if there is, I'm very happy to talk to you more. I'll put our contacts on the screen. You can always reach out to us anytime and reach out to me as well. And then we can always have a conversation. And thank you so much for inviting me to this event. I'm really, really glad that I was able to speak to you guys this morning. Thank you so much for attending this.
Thank you. That was a good presentation from Brainverse.
All right. I'm not sure if there was any chance for Q&A, but that's it. Thank you so much. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me know when you want me in. Thanks.
Okay, sure. So